Hello and welcome to the Understanding Airline Reliability for Beginners, Part 4. Today's subject is Airline Operations and Maintenance, Part 1, Factorial Model, Part 2, Organizational Structure, High Level. In Part 3, previous presentation, we had discussion about airline operations basics. And today we are going to continue this discussion, but from different perspective. What is the advantage? Number one, we are in a learning process, and as my university professor used to say, that when you're in operation, in real-life business, the positive norm is to build the safety net. And how they are doing, let's say, you can add a new task or new inspections, etc., etc., etc. But here he said, in university, we are following the rule one step forward, two steps back, okay? And let me explain what does it mean. For example, 5 months ago, let's put here, as t time minus 5 months, so t equals today, right? We had subject, I don't know, let's say we learned about safety, right? Let me put here, safety. Now, as t minus 4, we learned different subject. Let me put here, s t minus 4, which is 4 months ago. st minus 3, t minus 3, so 3 months ago we learned another subject. st minus 2, we learned the third subject. So actually what we are doing, we learned this subject 4 months ago, new subject. We have to go back and then see how the st minus 5, we said safety, right, is working through using this subject, okay, from this subject perspective. Same applies to what we learned 3 months ago, going back again and then checking how it works, going back again and checking. So they are connected, kind of this type of net, okay? That's how it works. One step forward, two steps back from learning perspective. Now, let's go to our subject. The second advantage for real life, I would say, let's say you want to understand or you want to find out the area for improvement for your business. Excuse me, right? And this is good idea to build the factorial model. Right? And the second one, let's say for practical side, you want to, I don't know, you want to build some application, business application. And again, this is a good idea first to build the factorial model. Then based on this factorial model, build the algorithm. And then based on this algorithm, you can build your business application. By the way, today we are going to use to build this factorial model so-called Markov's process / Markov's chain. So I took it from the book. I took from the book Maintainability of Civil Aviation Aircraft, and then as far as I remember, I saw it first time civil aviation when I was a student of Civil Aviation University, year 3 or 4. Definitely I modified, right? Sometimes you see what we build today, they call it timing models, timing factors, etc., etc. But we call it just factorial models. Before we move forward, let's put here some major contributors in this business. And we had discussion part 3 in previous presentation, right? Let's put here some summary. So part number 1, we said we need what? Definitely we need aircraft, right? gives us operational availability. Number 2, flight. So we're buying this aircraft to fly, connecting cities. And number 3, we have to maintain this aircraft, maintenance. And number 4, parts logistics. We have to replace some failed parts, okay? When we build this model, factorial model, we will see connections between these 4 major contributors. And by the way, the left part, based on our Markov chain process, Markov chains, they call it states. And right part, these connection lines, they call it transitions. Let's say, ideally we have 2 states, right? Either aircraft is flight or aircraft is on the ground. So if aircraft is on flight, then we have flight state. Let's say aircraft is on the ground and we are doing maintenance, we have maintenance state. Let's say we are waiting for parts, then we are state 4, parts logistics state. Okay? Now, we can build the model individually for each item here. We have attributes. We had discussion about these attributes in part 4. And then it will be almost same type of factorial model as we're going to build today. But with different types attributes, with different types of major contributors. Again, we're going to combine today all these 4 major contributors in this factorial model. Okay? Notes. Presentation. Number 1, excuse me. Presentation is only for educational purposes. Number 2, before making decision, always use good engineering judgment. If you need any type of legal aviation business related advice, please contact your aviation authorities directly. Airline operation factorial model high level. Let's start from highest level, right? As we said, we have actually 2 states. That's the highest level. Aircraft, either flies or it's on the ground. So left part is flight unscheduled operations, and right part of the model is ground scheduled maintenance. Okay? Let's move to the 1 level down and let's start building our factorial model. First of all, of course, we said number 1 contributor is aircraft, right? So we need aircraft. It gives us operational availability state. If aircraft is scheduled for the next flight, then we have pre-departure state. We have to service fuel system, water system, etc., etc., etc. Now mechanic comes and mechanic checks again all systems and he says, you know what, aircraft is airworthy. He signs the logbook and pilot says yes, he agrees. We have now, transition here is flight. What type of attributes we can have? Let's say air turnback, diversions, in-flight shutdowns, etc., etc., etc. We are not going to discuss today about all these attributes, and we are not going to build the model for these attributes, okay? Next, aircraft landed. We have after arrival state, okay? From after arrival, we can have minimum 3 transitions. Transition number 1, no problem was reported. So everything is okay, passengers are happy, pilots are happy, aircraft landed. But what does it mean? operational availability. We have aircraft for the next flight. Now transition number 2. Problem was reported, and I would like to put here some cases, attributes for this state. Case number 1, let me put here landing time, landing and take off. So this is case number 1. Let's say aircraft landed 9 o'clock in the morning, and the next flight is let's say 11 in the morning, 2 hours, we have 2 hours. And case number 2, we land 9 o'clock in the morning, and next flight is 9, let's say 45. So we have, in case 2, we have only 45 minutes, okay? Now if we have IRAP, and let's say, I don't know, pilot says TRU number 3 is inop, failed, then TRU stands, by the way, transformer rectifier unit. Then the mechanic says, I need time to investigate what we have. We have maintenance downtime state or troubleshooting state. Let me put here, let me give the number this state. Number 2. Or, no, this is 2.1, okay? Because ideally, 2.1. Ideally, we can have here different states also, but let's follow this. Let's follow this this route. So 2.1, we can have 2.11 state, which is no fault found. What does it mean? Mechanic says, you know what? I did everything. I did a test. I did the checks, etc., etc. I couldn't find anything. And let's say he spent 1 hour. In case 1, if aircraft is scheduled in 2 hours, right? For case 1, we will have transition to, to OA. It is, I think it's clear, right? If aircraft is on the ground 2 hours, and then we spend 1 hour, so we have operational availability. So aircraft is available for the next flight. We put here C1, so case 1. Now case 2, if we have only 45 minutes, and then we spend 1 hour because aircraft was scheduled for the next flight in 45 minutes, it is clear that we have a mission interruption. I put here C2, case 2. And I'm going to put here attributes. Again, minimum attributes, okay? Number 1, it can be delay. And number 2, it can be CNX. Okay? So, aircraft is scheduled in 45 minutes. Mechanic spends 1 hour. This case 2, mission interruption, delay, or maybe it can be cancellation based on your business model. State number 2.12. Mechanic says, okay, again, we have PIREP. TRU number 3 is not working. Mechanic did test, and mechanic confirms that TRU number 3 is not working. He is calling to the store, parts logistics department, and they say, hey, yes, we have TRU number 3. Mechanic takes this TRU number 3. He replaces this TRU number 3. He tests the system. Everything is okay. Let's say he spent again 1 hour. Don't forget, we have here 2 cases, right? Case 1, again, we have 2 hours based on our schedule. From aircraft landed 9 o'clock, next flight is 11. So we